Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play the War Room. Next in our campaign of terror is Nest Egg, a battle against Sensei, Yellow Comet's old glory. Now, judging by the performance last time against Sensei, I think the worst possible thing we could do in this situation is to be picking flak again. Yeah, I think that would be a freaking terrible idea. This map is incredibly low income, at least from the beginning, and is remarkably difficult from what my limited memory of it serves. The titular feature is this clutch of missiles you can find within this pipe here, but accessible only through this one seam, as I'm sure you remember how the pipe seams work from the campaign. This area is going to be the primary focus of Sensei's forces, because he will get these bases and there's very little you can do about it. I know it looks like they're very near to you, but given how low your income is, you can't build fast infantry to get over there very quickly at all. So it's difficult to know exactly how to proceed, I must admit. I think perhaps building infantry is probably the best way to start. It usually is. No time for singing now, we got work to do. I'm going to go for that base, personally. A recon or more infantry? Well, he's going to have tanks before we even really make contact, so I don't think a recon's worth it. I think more infantry. We just need to build a whole mountain of them. A mountain of troops. Just don't deploy them on an island this time, eh? Get on with capturing those. And as for building now, I would vote probably nothing, so we can get a tank straight away next turn. Or maybe one infantry, just to be on the safe side. Because I'm always confessing that's one of my weaknesses. Not building them in sufficient numbers. I'm not really sure if it's possible to stop him getting to those bases. I'd be inclined to doubt it. So I'm really not going to try. It's terribly hard to do that. What I am going to do is build a tank. We need tanks and we need them now. Sensei gets his tanks quickly, so we need to get them quicker. Well, we didn't because he got them a turn before us. That doesn't really matter. The real conflict hasn't started yet. And it certainly isn't a conflict in free space. Holy crap, even I don't recognise that one. Haha! Tanks deployed. Tanks utilised. Artilleries are friends of mine. Let's see where we go from here then. His tank is going north, which is an interesting decision. I might be able to put a stop to this. Pretty sharpish. Take that and take that. And no, the recon will get it. But we want to capture this anyway, really, so we can stay clear of the recon. Oh, hey, it can't get it. Well then, seems like a plan to me, don't you think so? I believe that I do. I'm going to just leave that. I don't know, I don't think this tank is going to do a lot. If I'm honest, I don't think it's going to be much of a threat at all. I'm also not going to build much. One infantry, and I'm going to build a rocket next turn, because we need to start dominating the long-ranged conflict here. If you're the second one to get to rockets, you're in trouble, basically. Hell, I'm probably already in trouble, because this map is very difficult. And as I said before, I don't really remember when I last played it. I don't know if I said that, actually. But I don't remember when I last played it. And I certainly don't remember if I ever did well at it. But I think I'm doing reasonably well at the moment, so we'll run with that. And we're going to build a rocket, but not from there. We're going to build a rocket power from here. And just to stop this tank advancing in case it decides to, I'm going to put an infantry in the way. And another one. Make a little wall of infantry there. No units left, so let's move on. Well, what you gonna do, Mr. Sensei? Do you have the power to stop me? I do not think so. Because I got rockets now, bitch. Do you have rockets? No. You will find very quickly that you do not. I am the wielder of the rocket cannon. Is that a thing? If it wasn't, then it is now. Is that a thing? If it was not before, it is now. Uber garb. No, we don't need this base for anything else. So the best thing to do, break stuff and build more tanks. Always be building more tanks. Always be building more tanks than this guy. Bring this back. Mech. It'll be able to do some damage back to the tank. Maybe deter it a little more. Ideally, we're going to want to head for this, but it's not a primary concern just at the moment. What I can do, though... Yeah, I can do that. That's a good idea. Just take that infantry out. Secure my hold on this island. I think I've made the right call on how to start this one, so we could be on for a good battle. Rather than a shameful disappointment, maybe we can win something. It would be great if I could get flak to win again, wouldn't it? Unlikely. But strangely plausible. Strangely possible. See, it's working. It's working in my favor. Well, maybe not, actually, this problem. But I can overcome such a problem. In such a way as this. And then maybe build something else instead. Not sure what, though. What's my income? Without any repair costs, I'd be able to get a Neo tank. Unfortunately, I know for a fact that there are some to contend with. Oh, hey. Freebie! I'll take that then. And I'll just keep waiting there for that one. No point building anything at this base because it's just going to get shot at, so we'll just leave it. 12 grand. So that gives me probably enough for a medium tank next turn. Let me do some quick mental maths here. I can probably spend reasonably about 4,000 to 5,000, so it's really not worth building anything. Once you factor in the fact that I have to repair things, it's probably better to just wait and get the tank for sure, rather than risk it and get my maths wrong. Oh, he's got a rocket now. That's going to be a problem because we can't really break through to it. And it has range to everything. And there was me thinking that I was doing well. Clearly mistaken. Clearly a foolish, foolish, foolish man. Oh, that works. I guess we can run with it for now, but I start to fear if we can do anything. Well, that's an option, certainly. Not a great one, but it will do. I could move my rocket there. I could build a fresh one. I don't like... Well, no. Putting anything there is a bad move, by the looks of it. Oh. You're right. Okay, then. Ideally, I would have wanted to build the medium tank here, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Another rocket, maybe? Maybe here? That seems like a plan, actually, yeah. It basically locks down that whole area, so even if I lose it, any sort of attempt to mobilise onto it will be shut down rather fast. Unfortunately, though, it gives me very little option as to what to do now. Particularly with this tank, because it's in range, although everything is now. It doesn't leave me a lot of wiggle room. And I need room to wiggle. Why not? Let's head up there. What else we got? Not a lot. Still on 12 grand, so if I don't spend anything, I might be able to break this with a Neo tank next turn. Unfortunately, I fear he may have his power now. Well, not quite, but soon, in one turn's time. At least he shot the rocket at that capturing infantry. It certainly could have been a lot worse than that. Unfortunately, I still cannot reach this rocket to damage it. I can shoot at it, though, which is a plus. In fact, that rocket was my only real concern. If I can take that out, I'm not really too worried about anything else. Well, that's not ideal. Alright, we'll take that out with it. And we'll use this one to shoot that recon. Make sure there's nothing left that can do any kind of real damage here. Take that, and move out to there, question mark. Is that a great plan? It's not a great plan, but it may be the only one we have, so I'll go with it. Continue the long drawn-out infantry war down there. And see if we can't start breaking this open a little more. I feel that the missiles are going to be pivotal. And what we're going to build, dear viewers, well, ideally I didn't really want to use this base, but I don't think I've got much choice right now. Medium tank. Get some beef up in this front. Unfortunately, then this happened. Meaning that he's going to clog the area with even more mechs now. Making it basically impossible for me to progress forward. And taking hits all over the place. Just when I thought I was starting to clear my lines and hit that rocket down so it wouldn't be a threat, he did that and kind of ruined everything. I mean, I refuse to give in, and the rocket is nearly dead, but at the same time, yeah, not ideal circumstance for anybody. And that infantry really doesn't want to die, does it? Well, now it has no choice. The rocket's no longer really any threat, so we can actually not worry so much about it. And we've got this one keeping us covered. That might be an idea, actually. Do it. Do it, and don't regret it either. Now, we might be able to break that sooner rather than later. I'm not really sure if we can do anything else up here. So just keep that moving. This rocket needs to move forward. We need to start covering this area so that does not happen again. If that happens again, we're done for, basically. If another rocket gets placed there. We're also going to want, I think, an anti-air, because lots of mechs and infantry, problematic, as I'm sure you know. I'm sure you can understand. The rocket, though, should at least not be too much of a problem anymore. Or a problem at all. At least if I can kill it. Just should be able to next turn if he doesn't move it or kill my artillery, which doesn't look likely. No, he's just doing silly things. Nah, not really, so rather inconsequential. Now seems like a good a time as any. Try this on for size. Oh no, it is time for me to break your facial bones. Get dirt on them, apparently, judging by my own rules on these things. Okay, this rocket could probably make itself useful. Yeah, that seems like a plan. Oh, wow! Barbaric Blow can sometimes be really useful. Sometimes it can be a complete waste of everybody's time. It varies, as I'm sure you can see. It varies enormously. And now it's time for me to crush you, to capture this little base, to kill all your things, to break all your stuff. What the... Okay, so I've learned something. Never end up in a fight with your input menu, you won't win. This base is still locked down by this artillery, so we can't really do anything about it at the moment. No, that's not going to do any damage at all. Interesting, because infantry machine guns can actually do 1 point of damage to this. But apparently, mech ones can't. Yeah, apparently they can't. You can't really benefit from flak's power there. I don't think it affects stationary targets like those. My income has been 13 grand for some time. Between repair, well, what limited repair costs there are, I suppose. I could probably build something, but I don't want to build a huge amount. So what not there. I'll build one infantry and call it a turn there. Hopefully next turn I can build a Neo tank and then turn the tables over. This chess game is over. What have we got now? Well, your death. That's what we have. Not a great plan, no. I want to move my units in such a way that they're all sort of occupying. They're already occupying spaces I want to use, if that makes sense. Can I break this with the... Yeah, they can do one. It's bizarre, but it's true. I could do that. But the missiles aren't crucial right now, so I'm not going to divert attention to getting them. I'm going to try and make this artillery back off. Hopefully that will work. It should. I don't see a reason why it would not function well. This tank needs to back up. Unfortunately, that won't save it from this one. It needs to get behind my rocket, which is not ideal. But I can meat shield it. Meat shielding is a valid tactic. Validation will be undertaken. Here's my plan. Get the fuck out of here! That wasn't a great idea. I could put a rocket here, but that might actually be a better option than what I was thinking. As much as it pains me not to build a Neo tank when I can, I think that's the best option, ironically enough, is to not build one. Because now, if he fires with it, it's going to take considerably more damage from the rocket than he would do to me. Basically, it wouldn't be worth his while. Well, let's see how he handles it. Experience can do lots of things, like level you up. Interesting choice. I'm glad he used that instead of airborne assault, honestly. Well, I kind of expected that, but I was hoping it wouldn't happen. Oh, blarg! The thing you have to remember about Sensei is while there are no airports on this map, therefore he doesn't get battlecopters, he still gets his massively boosted infantry and mechs, which is not a benefit for anybody. Now, of course, we have to do what we promised, which is to hit these artilleries with various things. He seems to have a great deal more units around now than I expected, though. This is worse than I recall. Well, just to stop him taking that and start taking it ourselves. Make him pay with his balls. Not a great plan, I know, but still. Is that covered? It certainly is. It might be an idea then, yeah. We can do that. Oh-ho! See what cunning plans I have wrought, viewers. See them now. And if I do that, and that, we should be on to a winner. A rocket winner! So many rockets you don't know what to do. So many rockets you don't know what to do. Except for run away. Well, he does have a kind of opening here with a couple of recons. Could be problematic, I won't lie. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Oh, what you gonna do? Old man. What you got left to do now? I guess that's an option. Oops. 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 It could be worse. But not by much.